And they wow, y'all, like seriously. It's been a minute though. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It has been a minute, but I am going to post this live video, no matter what, just to kind of give the camp folks out there, especially on the YouTube platform, just let y'all know that I'm still alive. I'm still alive and kicking it. But yeah, I just been like vibing for real. Been focusing on my craft, been focusing on my passion, and yeah, just getting myself in, a truer, more authentic state within and expressing it without. So like, yeah, it's been like lot of different lot of different stuff that I've been pretty much getting into for real, and I'm grateful for sure that definitely grateful for everything that's been taking place and happening, yo. Like I said, I've been just kind of building platforms for myself, built up TikToks. So right now I'm going to be pretty much just kind of like taking now my energy and just plugging more into just different platforms because I'm a content creator at best. So and my passion is to just express myself, and I love doing that. So it's just kind of like, man, you take all of these social media platforms that's worldwide, and you have no fear of expressing yourself. Like you are a light. I used to say that shit like you are the light of the world, and when you begin to express yourself, whether it's not on social media, but if it is on social media, I mean, listen, you are expressing your true authentic light to the world. So do so with peace, do so with joy and gratitude, knowing that you're loved. And that was, been my like theme these past, I would say like several months. It's just been like express yourself. Don't worry about others' opinions because those opinions of others are really yours. Because when you think ways about yourself that you may not agree with, it's kind of like, oh man, you start to see those same thoughts manifested into skin suits with you inside of it, giving you that subjective opinion. And so that's why it's best to just know yourself inside because when you know yourself inside, you'll know a particular place of completeness, you'll know a particular space of wholeness. And that's the space that you're going to identify yourself with most. Because that's the space that you give most energy to. And you'll get to understand more of yourself, why you like this and why you don't like that. And it's just about understanding yourself more from an energetic standpoint. If you were to ever build chemistry with something or someone, it's like, who do you rather build that with first? It'd be you. It'd be me, right? So it's like I'm like, okay, let me like build some chemistry with myself, like get to know me. And like I said, these past several months has been literally just that, like just getting to know me and what I prefer to put my energy into, what I don't. Because no one's obligated to have to plug something into something that they just don't want to, because you can have desires, yo. I mean, we all have them. We all have desires. I just think that it got to a point where we stopped talking about what we desire and things that we like to do, people who we like to hang around. I mean, like, just think about how desensitized we've become, you know, and from that 2020 era. So it's about relearning yourself over again and what you like and what you don't like, and just understanding why you like it and why you don't, and just going from there. I mean, a lot of it has to do with, when we went through that 2020 period, a lot of us came out of that, okay, like, what's my purpose? But a lot of them found purpose within inside themselves. It's like, okay, man, I found some purpose because, now I feel like being in this place where I went within myself just like everybody else went inside in 2020. It's like, I began to see some stuff about myself and remember some stuff, like seriously, not realizing like I was God, and I'm in a reality where I'm thinking and feeling exactly everything that I want to experience. Like seriously. So yeah, I mean, like for me, it's a pleasure to like to understand myself in this way because I feel like I'm very comfortable with expressing myself from inside out, not from just outside. Because I'll look for ways, mannerisms, and things to and help me to enjoy my reality more. Versus the reason why things are in my reality the way they are is because I'm fun. It's because I love myself. It's because I trust my. It's like I'm experiencing the things that are in my reality because of the inside that took place already. And I think that's the perception and slash perspective switch is that if you thinking that, because this is how I used to think, I was like, oh man, this is showing up in my life. I wonder why, right? It's like, what did I do? Or this showed up in my life. Ah, see, I knew my day was gonna come. I deserve this. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like that's the type of thinking that I was in versus the reason why I can experience anything outside of me is because I plug into it inside first. And the thing about I've learned about discipline is discipline teaches you what to plug in inside through becoming aware first. How you become aware first is just observation. It's just observation. It's to see yourself as an observation. And when you see the reality of yourself as an observation, that's because one has become the observer again through their awareness. If you can see yourself actually like, wow, I can't believe I'm literally like, y'all ever said this to yourself, like, wow, I can't really believe I'm literally meditating right now. I thought I'd never be doing stuff like this, but I'm literally seeing myself right now doing this. Just as simple as that. Or, oh man, I can't believe I just ate that, bro. Like, I never would have ate that, but because they dared me, it was just like I'm literally eating this joint. I'm literally realizing like observing myself eat something that I never would have thought I would have. Like that's the observer part of your mind because how often do we like for me personally, I wasn't often just waking up like an observer state, like watching myself wake up, watching myself get out of the bed, watching myself go to the bathroom and use it and wash my hands and watching myself walk back to the like that's some next level perception, like for real. And I remember like once I started to see myself from an observer state, it freaked me out because I'm like, yo, how am I like hearing myself talk? I'm noticing I'm talking. And I'm also noticing like I was clapping my hands, yo. And I'm like, yo, why am I clapping my hands right now? And I'm not like present as the one clapping their hands, but I'm almost like watching myself clap my hands. Like some true observer. But now I'm like, okay, I have moments. Once I started to realize, like, I'm like, oh shoot, like I'm really like observing myself right now. And then I get into this space of myself where I'm present again, right? Like you in this world, but not of it. So because you're not of, in a sense, the projection comes from you. You can see beyond the projection, not in the sense that you got to go through it and tear something apart so that you can go through it in the sense beyond. No, I'm talking the projection is like the mattered stage where thought and emotion turns into flesh. Thought and emotion was just word, but word became flesh through a third dimensional way of experiencing ourselves with skin suits on. It's like, yo, I got to be aware of myself clapping, and I also got to be aware that I'm excited That's why I'm clapping. So that was like being present on earth versus just being present in heaven, but grounding the reality that you can be present in heaven while being present on earth. Because while I'm presently clapping, and I know I'm clapping because I'm happy, I'm also present and aware that I am observing the one that's present being happy, clapping. So I'm like, this is some deep stuff. And it's really, we used to talk about the mind and how the mind only uses, how most only use 10%. I remember I was like, listen, it's never about a percentage. It was always about wholeness. There's a substance inside of us that allows us to access 100% of our brain. It's prism, it's Amrita, it's Christ. And once our mind is consumed with that of our own substance, our own life force substance, we have access to 100% of our mind. If we want to talk about a percentage, but it was never about a percentage. And if you think percentage, then of course, in my modest way of thinking about myself and not in a high perception, I'm always gonna start with 10% because God only was requiring 10% of me anyway, right? So why would I want to access more of who I am when God of who I am only wants 10%? Don't that starting to make a little bit more sense why it was like, hey, why we heard certain things like God wanted 10% as a tithe offering, right? And but now we realize like that should translate it over to how we was thinking. Like you only use 10% of your brain. But then when that translated over to you God, then now it's like, oh hold on, wait. Let me try to put this together because it's a clue here, clue here, clue here. There needs to be a conclusion that comes to mind. Because I learned a long time ago that God always wanted 10% of me, and if I don't give him 10%, ooh. And then I was told I can only use 10. I only use 10% of my brain, right? And then I found out that I'm God. But then when I found out what God actually is, it's not just body, mind, soul, but Trinity, Father, Mother, Son. It's not just a Trinity in that light. It's consciousness, the way you think, how you emotionally feel intuitively, and how you instinctively react. It's not just the kingdom of God, the representations of the kingdom of God, of righteousness, which is just oneness. I know I'm you, me. It's only one God here, but billions of costumes, right? Like, I know that I'm you, I'm righteous, we're one. So when I judge you, I never judge you outside of being one because that's all that exists. So if I ever see you in a negative light, I already know who I'm talking to first, right? So I'm like, okay, cool, 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 cool. Cool. What about peace? Peace. Oh, the peace. The kingdom of God is about righteousness, peace, and joy. So peace just help you to stop overthinking because you got the peace that passes all understanding. You become peace. And now you don't overthink. What do overthinking looks like? Overthinking simply looks just like this. I know today I'm going to go cook dinner. What you cooking for dinner? I'm cooking some pot roast, some yams, some broccoli. Bam. You already had the thought. You already felt what it was gonna feel like eating it, and you already know what to do next. Cook it, right? But now when you get to the store to get everything, you overthinking because now you don't know if you really want it or not. Now you ain't even cooked. And you don't even feel like cooking because you don't have the first mind that you had the first time that it was inspired inside of you. Because your thought, that idea, that DEA, was a genetic memory that you already knew exactly what it was you was going to think, feel, and act on. But because we have an ability to mingle within our own genetic structure metaphysically, meaning we get to choose whatever we want to think, how we want to think, and how we want to feel because of our freeness to do so. Sometimes what made us feel super excited about what we was getting ready to cook, when we get to the store, we be like, oh man, ooh, I don't know if I got this at home. Ooh, I don't know. I want to try this ingredient, but I don't know. I don't want to overdo it. This is how I normally cook it. And then you start looking at other food like, oh, that actually look good. And now you don't even have that same excitement, that same energy about how you originally thought it and felt it. It's like, where did that shit just go? It's like, okay, well, now I learned that if I'm excited about something and this is what I want and this is what I'm going to do, peace is I'm not going to overthink it. When I get to the store, I'm getting exactly what I need. I'm getting in the car. I'm going home. I'm cooking. That's it. You become peace so that you don't have to overthink. Now you can emotionally and with intimacy respond to that first act. You can react it out now on earth as you've done inside. And now you have this joy that you don't have to actually outwardly have a reason to smile. You just smile because you know everything is happening from within. You already know the dominion that you carry because you literally know that you're inwardly creating your reality. And it's just like there's so much joy in that it doesn't matter how anything outside may look. You know exactly the reality that you are that you have already that was already there. Like, let me just be honest, you ain't really creating anything. You're not ever really creating a reality. You're remembering them. And more than one way. You're remembering the memory of it, and then you're remembering the body of those genetics on earth. This is a remembering reality. How can you remember yourself? When you remember yourself. And how can you do that? Being authentic, coming alive consciously, intuitively, and instinctively as a body, mind, and soul. How can you remember God in heaven and on earth? Damn, that's good. How can you remember God in heaven and on earth? Some good stuff. Really, really good stuff. So yeah, I've been remembering God, and it's been cool because I've been learning that to trust my inner peace, who I am, trust my peace, trust myself, trust my consciousness, also trust the oneness of who I am, trust my joy. Like, just understand that joy, like, is present when one accepts peace. When I ain't thinking, I ain't thinking over and over and over again, like, you got joy because your eye is single. It's a oneness. It's like, bro, it's one eye here. It's just one eye here, seeing all. So all-seeing eye. That's why it's called the all-seeing eye, because it only take one eye to see everything as one. It's because it's only one eye. Let your eye be single. Let your eye be single, yo. That your body be filled with light. The awareness of itself. Light is awareness. And once your eye is single, you become fully aware of yourself. The Christ helps us to stay in a single eye, stay within the confines of a single eye. Not that we don't experience two thieves on the cross, because again, when you're present, you are present in the moment of I'm happy and I'm clapping. It's like, oh my Lord, right? That's with these two eyes. But when you observe from the one in the middle, it's like, yo, I'm clapping. Like, you're using these to see yourself clapping now. It's like, now you get it. I get it now because this one is open. This one is single. And it's just like, but wait, how is it open when these are open? Like, I thought this will only open when these are closed. No, that's not how it works. It only works that way when there is a landing strip for that belief to live upon. But I'm open 24/7. 7-Eleven, I'm open 24/7. You can come in and leave as you will. It's your system in here. This you. You can have so much fun inside of you when you know you're the fun. Like that's for real. That's facts. You're the fun. I was the fun. I'm like, oh shit. Like I thought I was just super fun out here. Nah, you fun inside. Like that's the reason why you experience fun outside. Everything you experience outside is only because of the frequency you bear inside. Listen, you wouldn't have a car you have, you wouldn't have a house you're in, you wouldn't have the people around you that you have around you if it was not for a vibrational substance of a frequency that's taking place in you. You thinking something, you feeling something, and look what it got you in. Look what it got you around. Look at the car you drive. Look at the gas you put. Most people used to put 87. Some people put 93. Now stop it. Let me hit that 93 and then lift my head up to the sky like, and hold the pump steady. Like, come on. Like, let's keep it a buck. That's us. That's so us. We happy because we inside. Remember, don't rejoice because you've done something out here. No, this delusion, yo. Rejoice because inside is where you are written at. Like you projected out here, you're written inside. You get because you're projected out there, but because you're written inside. You're written inside of you. So that's the best part about the good news is you don't have to rejoice if you don't want to. Meaning you don't have to plug into anything in an illusion apart from your will, your mind, will, and emotions. Because everything is happening inside to be experienced outside. Listen, I used to stay in the projects. I know what my energy used to be on. I know what my thinking was. I used to stay in the jets, yo. I only learned how to move my feet fast because we had roaches. Like, listen, I went to church. I shouted. I ran across. I did all of that. But listen, if it had not been for roaches that was in my house, I would have not known how to stomp my feet and praise the Lord. Like for real, shout out to the roaches, man. It was cool to experience that. It was just realities that confirms who you are. You've evolved from age to age, from faith to faith, perspective to perspective, new light to new light. Do your own chrism, do your own inner crystals, your sperm, your amrita. It's your crystals. You allowed it to travel back up and open up your eye in the middle. When I be lifted up, I will draw awe into myself. You become magnetic. You become not just masculine awareness, but you also become the divine union of feminine energy as well, which is your melatonin in your blood. You get wisdom and you get majesty. Like you get power. Well, you are all of that anyway, but it all comes online. It all comes alive. It all unifies itself just naturally. It's a natural life source of energy that is literally eternal. You know, the only thing that's not eternal is death. Life is the only thing that's eternal. So why plug into anything that's not eternal? It's your eternal life force. It comes forth from you. So if your life force is eternal, then guess who? If your life force is eternal, that's the source substance. Guess who eternal? How can you produce a source that's eternal but you're not? And I'm like, oh wow, wait. I can produce a life force substance that's eternal, that never dies. And this life force substance got the ability to travel up and down my spine, my electrical circuit spine, and also sit itself also in my gut, my solar plexus, And literally, I can feel my Christ, my crystals throughout my entire quote unquote nervous system. But it's really a solar system because it's your solar plexus. And attached to your solar plexus is all the souls that go throughout your entire soul, your physical soul suit, and the solar projection. So, like, oh, shoot, I can really feel Christ. It passes through your heart, your higher heart chakra, and now your perception, your imagination, your kingdom of God within you now is illuminated, and it passes through your throat chakra. Now you speak the word of Christ, and it don't got nothing to do with a building with a cross on top of it, but it's just about you being your authentic self because your crystals and your genetic structure within your soul is going to be authentic to you and your lifestyle, how you want to think, feel, and react. Now it passes through your intuition, your pineal gland. It sits itself on the right hemisphere and it fills the whole entire mind up. And now your crown chakra, your first chakra is open. And now you're open fully to yourself. And now that chrism, that Christos, that Amrita now descends again and just does everything over again naturally. When you come to a full gnosis of yourself, that's when you can ground. It's not really so much from the root. It starts, it forms itself. It forms itself and it meets itself in the root, and then it forms itself in a sacred place. It's like, yo, all three is in this root chakra, your masculine serotonin and your feminine serotonin. Oh, melatonin. Your masculine serotonin and your feminine melatonin meet in your root. And it also, once it descends, it goes into the sacred place, right? And it's met there with your blood. You like, oh shoot, what you doing here, blood? What you doing here, young blood? Shit, I'm here to help this situation out. You ain't getting no Christ without me. Nah, why you think Christ is wise? Where you think the wisdom come from? The wisdom of Christ, like nah, like this is all of us. It's like okay, shit, this is cool. And now you meet in that sacred place, and now you ascend. You just go through the courage. You go through, first of all, you feel, and you go through that courage, and then you accept yourself, and then you start to express yourself, and then you begin to perceive intuitively about yourself. You begin to know that this shit is happening from the inside, and now you know, and now you become one who knows all of themselves. Like literally, I mean, it wasn't really nothing like too crazy. It was just like to know yourself, to know all of you, how you think, feel, and how you can react without doing it in an unrighteous way. Meaning you judge yourself from the lens of right and wrong. When you do that, it's like, ah man, and I've learned that. It's like don't judge yourself for experiencing and coming alive as God. Like, huh? No one would trip. No one's gonna trip about, if they had bad news in the hospital. Listen, I died before. I died in a helicopter on my way to the hospital. And no parent would want to see their child dead, right? You don't care how you bring them back. If you got to open his mouth and breathe and do the chest compressions, do it. If you got to use you know what I'm saying, like whatever that machine called, and boom, boom, you got resuscitate them, then do it. I don't care how they come back alive. I just want them alive, right? Because no one cares how you come alive. It's just that you come alive. Because no one cares how you come alive, I believe that's how it should naturally be. It's why are you caring so much how you come alive? It's just the fact that you come alive to yourself again and how you think, feel, and want to react. That's the point about being holy. It wasn't about a list of things that you need to do to be. It was about, how can you truly be your most authentic self without judging yourself right or wrong? So what you mean I can't judge myself right? I had to learn. I'm like, what you mean I can't judge myself right? What would you benefit from it? I mean, won't I please you? What makes you think I'm not pleased right now? And what makes you think I can be displeased? Because those would be the beliefs that you live from. And then if you live from those beliefs, you'll always see me that way. Who do you think that I am? You God. And who do you believe God is? My father? Okay, who do you think your father is? That's a good question. I don't know. Let me tell you, your father is you. So wait, I'm my father? Yes. And I am my son. Okay, okay. So what does all that mean then? The father is the one is the one who sends you. And the son is the one who comes forth from the father. So I sent myself here? Yes. That's all I've been trying to tell you. You sent yourself here, dude. You sent yourself here. Oh, to do what though? You remember that. It's inside you. Now, if I tell you out here, what fun is it? Because then if I tell you, you're going to go do the deed. But if you just become it, you'll be holy. You're going to do it authentically. So am I doing it? How you feel? I feel good. I feel holy. I feel like me. All right. You already know then. Like, it's the great mystery, yo. But you know it. You literally know it. Because you literally live it. It's just you do sometimes have the ability to get in your way when you forget that you sent you. That's the only thing you could have done was send you. It's just about now having that ability to receive yourself and from the same lens of love, from those same lens of love. Because why wouldn't you accept you when you realize you're the one who sent you for you? It's like, why wouldn't I accept me? Well, shit, I wouldn't accept me if I didn't trust me. So, do you have the ability to come to yourself and not know you? Well, then, if that's the case, yeah. Don't that sound familiar? That I came to my own and my own didn't know me? Ooh, I get it now. So, how do you know yourself? Through Christ. That's really just it. Because Christ is how you become fully knowing of yourself once the mind is consumed with the Christos and your seventh, quote unquote, really your first chakra becomes open again. But we say seven. I still call it the first because it's like the most important, to be quite honest. I stand up and put my feet on the ground, but I stand up first and then put my feet on the ground second. So the root chakra is the one that holds what you know. It holds it. It's a foundation. It's a foundation. It's necessary to be held. It's necessary to hold what you know, to hold truth up. But so it's about being able to stand and what's needed in the root chakra. And for the root chakra is peace, because once you have peace, it'll pass the understanding of feeling like you need to know something to be okay. You don't need to know something to be okay. You are the all knowing already. If you ever needed to know anything, it was only to know that you are all. There's absolutely nothing you really need to know because you're everything that you need to be exactly when you need to be it. That's all. So remember myself in a light now where I'm like, okay, I'm kind of getting the groove back to myself of being love and not feeling like I need to do something to be, and also plugging into what I want to absorb, in a sense, become part of and experience through observation from the lens of love. And if it's not something that I prefer, then I just don't plug into it. And that's just simple. And I don't have to judge it wrong or judge it right. I don't have to do any of that, but it's more so about taking dominion of myself again. It's not in a sense something needs to be judged harshly, and because I don't want to plug into it. It's just some things you just really don't want to plug into, and that's okay. It's like doesn't necessarily mean just because I don't want fried liver right now, don't mean I ain't gonna try it, and it probably don't mean I won't like it. I just don't like how it smell right now. Yeah, and even chitlins. Like, come on, somebody, y'all don't know, y'all know how chitlins smell. This ain't nobody trying to sit in front of somebody cleaning chitlins all day, especially in the summertime, and you got flies galore everywhere. Like, speaking of flies, man, they have not been around in my reality that much. That's cool. Shout out. But yeah, it's just that. Like, but if you put some hot sauce on them cooked chitlins, you kind of like, all right, I ain't know. I ain't know. You ever had fried okra? But you ever had okra that's not fried and it's slimy and just over chewy? It's like, but when you try it fried, listen, and it's well seasoned and crispy and hot, child, listen, give me some fried okra on mama now. 'Cause that's what I would that's what I would like. And I've done that. I ain't really like okra, the slimy okra. So no, that's not my type of thing that I plug into. But man, once I tried it fried, it was just like, I ain't gonna lie, this was really, really good. Like I could see myself eating this often. That's how good it was. So yeah, I just think it's more about the perception. It's more about evolution. I think that has a lot to do with everything because even for myself, there are certain things that I never desired, but as I evolved, so did my desires. And it was just about being real because I'm evolving, you're evolving, we're all evolving. And I think that's just about having that respect for ourselves. It's that appreciation to know that I'm still evolving. I may not like okra in this setting, but I may like it, like regular okra. But when that shit fried and well seasoned and crispy, dude, listen, give it to me. I eat it, bro. I like it like that. I like it because it has a different dimension to it. It adds a different dimension to this, and I'm enjoying that. I'm really enjoying that. So, but it's about evolution. If the okra didn't evolve itself, I wouldn't have probably draw interest in it the way that I did. I may have tried it in that light, but I ain't like it in that light. So I'm like, I want to try it in a different light. Let's try it in a different light. And I'm like, okay, I like it like this. Let's rock out with that. And that's how you do sometimes, man. We evolve, but that's the purpose of evolution, so that life also evolves outwardly as well. If inner evolution does not take place, outer evolution cannot be experienced in the way that we desire. I mean, because you imagine like going to the store and knowing what you're going to get, right? But when you get there, none of the stuff is there. But just because it's not at the store, don't mean you don't know what to go and get. Just because it's not at the store, don't mean you don't know what you need to cook. Just because it's not at that store, don't mean it's probably not at a different store. It is. But you need ingredients to make the meal that you wanted to make. Yeah, we can get into price differences, we can get into brand differences and things like that because that stuff probably matters to a lot of people. Some people like using Lawry seasoning sauce. Some people may not like using the off brand because it don't have the same taste. Some people like, see, this is why I get my seasons from this store because I want to, I like how they taste on my food. I don't like the off brand kinds. I want something that's authentic. It's like, okay, I get that. Like, some people like Epsom salts. Some people don't like other salts. Some people like smack your mama Cajun season. Some people don't like regular Cajun season. So it's just about what floats your boat. Some people like smoked paprika. Some people don't like regular. But you know exactly what it is you like and how you like to season your food and what you want it to taste like. If the store don't got your seasoning, some people just be like, you know what, I'm gonna wait because I'm not going to another store and buying the different type of seasoning because I know how I want my stuff to taste, and I want it to taste authentic because I know what that makes me feel like, and that's the energy, and that's what I want to plug into. So it's like, okay, you wait until that store got the seasoning. It's like, all right, you got it now. Let's season this meat and let's get this shit cooking, like for real. And that's a privilege. It's not so much of a, it's not so much like you can't go and just. Sometimes you just don't want to settle when you know what you want to taste. and you know what you have a taste for. And that's the thing about appreciating ourselves a lot more, and understanding that, hey, this is if this is how I want to taste my food, I'm not cooking it when if I don't have everything. Because then it'll just be a waste. I don't want to eat bland food. I just do not want to eat bland food. Yeah. So no, let's eat something that's going to have a lot of kick, a lot of flavor. You know what I'm saying? Like let's get into that. Like 'cause when I cook, I like flavorful food. I like soulful food. And yeah, you can get all those ingredients and overdo it. You probably ain't gonna want to. You're like, oh, I know how much of this I need. I know how much of this I need, and I know how much of this I need. And it's not about boundary, it's about desire. That's all it really has ever been. It's like you tell the salt, hey, salt, I don't need you. I don't need a lot of you on this. I just need enough of you. But look. I'm gonna put you in the oven, and because I know you're going to bake and you're gonna perspire, you gonna drop some seasonings off of you. So I'm gonna coach you a little extra because I want to make sure you're well seasoned. Because yeah, it's gonna be a lot to come off. I ain't gonna hold you. It's gonna be a lot to come off. That's cool. That's the process. That's the process. But listen, I like my food well seasoned to where I don't need sauce. If I don't want to feel like, oh man, I need to put some sauce on this. This is horrible. This is mid. Nah, like let the seasoning be so good that if you did add sauce, it may take away. It just may take away. But make sure, hey, you can add sauce to my stuff, and it'll just add to it. But yeah, I like flavoring my stuff, and maybe I just add the sauce and marinate it in the sauce. Who knows? And then season it. But that's just how my creativity is wired. But yeah, it's important to just know exactly what it is you got to taste for, because when you know what you got to taste for, and you may not see all the ingredients at the store, you don't got to overthink. Just don't cook it until you got everything, unless you know like you want to eat it in a different way. Nah, if you don't want to eat it in a different way, then you don't got to eat it in a different way. Just wait till the seasons is there, or order that shit on Amazon. One day shipping. Hey, just be a Prime member. I promise you, you'll get yours shit quick. That's funny. Shout out to the Jeffies out here, man. Yeah, that's all, yo. Just trust yourself. Understand that it's okay to be patient. It's okay to understand what you have a taste for. It's okay to be peaceful with yourself. You don't have to overdo, overthink, overreact. If something's not there that you needed at the store, don't supplement for a different season because the season might not taste the same way. I mean, unless you about to open it up there and pour some on your hand like that. But then you like, okay, is it gonna taste the same on my food still? You just So it doesn't really like mean that you have to force the issue. It just means that you know what you want, and that's okay to know what you want. But don't overthink it, and just know that once you have all that you needed in the cart, and you're going to pay out, understand that you didn't luck up. It's just you allowed the reality to come to you because you're God. Because nothing out here is happening by chance. That's just happening by you. It's not happening by chance, the rapper. It's happening by you, the gift. The gift is wrapped. So it's the gift, yo, where everything comes from. It's the Johnson. Johnson mean God's gift to the world. It's the gift, yo. It's the Johnson that all that literally all things come forth from, especially in the form of these, if you will. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of like catch up with everybody, see how everybody was feeling, and yeah, definitely gonna leave this up here. And but I wanted to kind of like get to know and feel everybody and how everybody's doing. If you how y'all been feeling lately these past 3 months? What's been new? Put it in the comment section when I upload this. At the end, if you hear these questions, just how you been, how you feeling, what's new, what are you now in dominion of within yourself? How is living inside of yourself change your outer reality? So yeah, these are the questions that if you will, that you can definitely answer. Put it in the chat. Just share how you evolved these past few months. And yeah, let's all be the light of who we are inside to ourselves and outside collectively. So with that being said, I love y'all, miss y'all, and hopefully we see each other soon again. Stay camp, folks. Peace.